What's up, everyone, and welcome to Project X Talk Extra, where we cover news, games, whatever else that didn't quite make the main show. I'm your host, Kevin, aka the Muffin Mon, and today I'm joined once again by Mr. Physical Copy himself, Ethan. How are you doing?
Hello, 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 and I got something special for you right now. It's related
Oh,
to what we're talking about. If I can find it. Nope, that's Modern Warfare 3. I'll look for it. You continue with your intro.
well, today we are going to be talking about Modern Warfare 2. Infinity Ward just revealed the logo for the remake that's coming this holiday season. But, guys, before we get to that, if you like this content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a review over on whatever audio platform you are listening on. But Modern Warfare 2, the remake that has long been rumored and we've all been speculating is coming, is now officially confirmed. Ethan,
Yep.
what are your initial thoughts? You excited to dive back into Modern Warfare 2?
Well, my initial thoughts are I'm concerned because I can't find my physical copy of Xbox 360 Modern Warfare 2. So I need to go looking for that later and make sure it's up on the shelf because that deserves a spot on my shelf. Secondly, super excited. Modern Warfare 2 is set at the level of Halo 3 for me and my childhood. I mean, these were two games that were synonymous with me jumping on Xbox Live every night, hanging out with my buddies on school nights, playing video games, drinking sodas, eating Doritos. I mean, this was where it was at back in the day. And if they because we had a remaster of the campaign back in 2019, which was an absolute joy to go back and revisit. But if we get a full revitalization of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, I mean, this will just be a blast of the past. This is exactly what I wanted out of the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard, is to bring back old IPs like this, throw them on Game Pass, let people have a great time with it. I know this is still technically just an Activision project because the acquisition hasn't fully gone through yet, and I'm sure this has been in the works for a while. Excuse the San Antonio Fire Department. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But Modern Warfare 2, absolute gem of a video game. I'm ready to get my UMP 45 silence back. Go on, Rust. Go crazy. It's
Ooh,
going to be a good time, Kev. It's going to be a good time.
nice. I like
Yeah.
I like the way you think. Oh, the
Cheap as hell. Cheap as hell.
Silencer was one of my
You had to do it.
favorites.
You had to do
Hell
it.
yes, Modern Warfare 2. This actually, I don't. It might be nostalgia talking. I haven't played a Call of Duty game
This whole
since.
thing is going to be
Yeah,
nostalgia talking. We're just going to warn you guys right now. This is a big deal for us.
I haven't played Call of Duty since Call of Duty Ghosts in 2013 with my Xbox One. I got it on launch. It was the launch title, which hot take. I actually like Call of Duty Ghosts. I know most people don't like it, but
It's another Call of Duty.
I
It's fine.
enjoy
It's
it.
kind of like Vanguard, where it's just like it's Call of Duty. Like it's the same formula they've been using for years, so it's
Mhm.
fun, but like it isn't the best one out there. But
But
yeah, it was okay.
Modern Warfare 2 though is the best one out there.
There was
Not
something special.
not even just the multiplayer. The campaign is fantastic in Modern Warfare 2. That gave us the infamous No Russian, in case you were all curious. That is a
Yeah.
phenomenal campaign. It had good storytelling. There was
Had
a
the
good
biggest
plot
betrayal in
twist.
video
Yes,
game history.
plot twist at the end. Like
uh,
what? But just speaking from a multiplayer standpoint, it was the game that all my friends text me, "You want to play some Modern Warfare? You
yeah.
want to hop on?" Yes, it had the frustrating moments of noob tubes being out of control,
Oh, it was
getting
nuts.
sniped from your spawns on certain high rise. I'm just throwing it out there,
Yeah.
but it was such a good game. Commando. What was the knife? The tack knife. It was the
It was like a
um,
tactical knife.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, you had a tactical knife, but there were three perks you could put on that made you like a silence footsteps.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
cold blooded. Like you were just a ghost on the
yeah, it
battlefield.
was awesome. Like there were so many fun ways to play Modern Warfare 2.
I had people that would take an ACR with a new tube, and they had I forget
Love
that
that too.
perk where the secondary weapon, it wasn't a weapon, but it was like a pack where you could respec to a new class, and they would just continuously respec to an ACR with a new tube. So they had infinite grenade launcher rounds during the entire game. So they could do one life and fire off maybe like 12 grenade launchers. It was nuts what
that
people were doing with that game.
the game was just. I remember. one of the most fun things to do in private matches is Barrett 50 cals, quick scope lobbies
Oh,
on
that's
Rust. Like,
disgusting.
oh my god, it was so fun
No,
just going and
airport.
doing all this.
Airport, I think that's the
Oh,
name. Is
such
it
a good.
airport?
I
That's
know
the
what you're talking
best
about.
map for sniping. Okay, when you got in, it was like 2v2, you and three other buddies doing 2v2 sniper battles, interventions only. That was a different time. That
You
was
know,
so fun.
you know what game mode I think was completely underrated was Team Tac.
Team
the
tack.
the third person team tactical
Yep.
was so good. I loved being in third person, and I'll tell you why. All right, because you would occasionally get a situation where if you and your homies were all rocking riot shields, you
Yep.
get to slowly creep up on a human
Stop.
being and trap them on all sides.
Oh, that game had an incredible power of bringing out both the best and the worst
Worst,
of
100.
humanity.
percent
And it was lovably toxic. I gotta say, like, we've come a long ways in gaming, but when you grew up in the fires of Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, I mean, you know what I'm
hmm
talking about. I mean,
hmm
this was a game with a passionate, insane community, and every match you joined just felt like an absolute war, like a personal vendetta against the enemy team. It was a good time.
So I'm a domination guy. That's always been my search and destroy and domination. Those are my two
Okay.
preferred game modes. Um, and I just have such good memories of like High Rise. High Rise's map I love to death. I think it's
High Rise
so
was
good,
incredible,
so good, so
especially
good.
on
But
free for all. Free for all on high rise would get nutty sometimes. There would always be your snipers up on the cranes. There would always be people sitting in the
mm-hmm.
back glass buildings just launching grenades at people. Absolute insanity. Good map.
But
Great map.
one of my favorite memories, and I don't know why it's not favorite because I did something amazing. I will tell you. Okay, I never got the achievement for using a nuke. It's just like what
No, I
25
never
kills
got
in
a
a
nuke.
row.
Or I did get one nuke once, but it was on Rust, so I don't really
But
count it.
I will say I deserved it because my
Okay.
highest kill streak was 64 kills in a row. And that's because me and the homies played a team that refused to shoot guns and only capped points.
They
So
just
I
wanted.
I got 64 kills in a row and lost because
Wow.
they just capped the points and it was domination and we lost and I was like
You play to win the objective, Kevin, and you learned a lesson
embarrassing.
that day.
It's
You
it's
learned a lesson that day.
so not only did I miss out on my nuke, a game I was like, I'm never getting this. I took the reward off.
Yeah.
I missed out on nuke and I lost with a
Wow.
64 kill
That's
streak.
rough.
So those are just things. It's like you don't see that. You don't. That's a rare thing in
Yeah.
video games.
I gotta say, one of the things I'm excited for with this remaster is the introduction of new game modes into the old Modern Warfare 2 maps, weapons, etc. One of my favorite Call of Duty game modes is Kill Confirmed, and if I remember
Yeah, good
correctly, it
one.
was
It was
not part
three
of
Modern
Modern
Warfare,
Warfare.
or
Modern Warfare
might
3.
have been Black Ops first. But Modern Warfare 3 had it. I know for sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I know Black Ops had it too, but I remember when I first played Kill Confirmed, that's all I play now.
Yeah,
Like Call of Duty Vanguard, when I bought it back when it came out, I played for like 2 months straight, just Kill Confirmed, hardcore. That's all I
yeah.
did because it's such a fun game mode to me. I love running and grabbing tags of
It's a
friendlies
good
and
one.
enemies. It's so fun. So to see Kill Confirmed and any other modern game types that they've introduced since Modern Warfare 2 to be rolled back into those old maps and weapon systems, absolutely amazing. They could go so many places with this. We could get an FPS game with a crap load of game modes, unlike a certain Xbox, game that came out in
Whoa.
last December that we will probably talk about later on because the second season is coming out. But anyways, so they could really do a lot of amazing things with this, and it'll be exciting to see the new generation of players come in and see these old maps. And we as the old players, we get to observe that and see what they do with these maps and see if the play styles are any different. Because I know back in the day, I played that game so much, I knew the tactics of
Same.
basically anyone I was playing on any map. I knew where the hot points were. I knew
Yep.
where the sniping nests were. I knew where people rushed. I knew where people camped. I knew everything about those maps. It'll be interesting to see how different those things are with the new generation of gamers.
I do hope they keep it all like I they can tweak some stuff, but I do want it to feel like Modern Warfare 2. I want them to keep the essence of what the game was.
Right.
They can update it, but my main concern, and I do have a concern, is like how heavily it's going to be tied to Warzone. If it's tied to
Right.
Warzone in an extreme way, I think that would diminish my interest in the title.
But the problem with that is I think if they don't tie it to Warzone in some way, it's gonna be riddled with microtransactions. You know, I remember that Modern Warfare 2 UI and how simple it was. There was
Hmm.
no big store buttons, there was no
No,
advertisement banners all over the place. It was just a lobby with a list of names
that
and
wouldn't
people
fly
voting
these
for
days.
maps. You know, that just doesn't fly these days, right? And I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to have those things. I get it. You got to make money, you know, making video games. I understand. But I would rather them tie this to Warzone and let people go off and do that. And I don't have to pay attention to it. Just like how in Call of Duty Vanguard, I don't have to pay attention to Warzone. I can just play arena shooting in Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm
Mhm.
hoping that I actually would rather them do that than do a Halo Infinite style monetization where they're just have a giant store and constant advertisements in your face. Pay $20 for this armor set. No.
Well, the good thing about this is expected out this holiday, and we already know that next year there isn't going to be a mainline Call of Duty title, so they're going to
So
take a
we're
year
gonna
off
get a solid year of
at
Modern Warfare
least.
2 being the newest Call of Duty again. I mean, that's so exciting.
At least, yeah. This could be the Call of Duty for the next 2 years until the next mainline comes out. Obviously, you have Warzone, and they're working on a Warzone 2 or whatever. But this game has potential to really revitalize and reinvigorate people's
Yep.
interest in the game. And I think if there's a Call of Duty to do it with, it's Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, your point is exactly what I was going to bring up. This is Call of Duty's time to bring back, those old fans of Call of Duty. Vanguard was a swing and miss. We all
Mm.
understand that. I don't even remember what the previous. I think it was Advanced Warfare or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But either way, they made money. They made lots of money,
Oh yeah, they
but they
make money every year.
weren't. They
Oh, it was
weren't the
Cold
Call of Duty.
War. Cold War was the
Cold War, okay. We know they made money, but they weren't the home runs that we knew of back in the day with Call of Duty, with Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 even to me was an incredible
I like
title.
Modern Warfare 3 a lot.
They were going nuts there for about a solid 5 or 6 years, pumping out amazing Call of Duty titles, both
For
campaign and
sure.
multiplayer. But they've done a lot of swings and misses recently, and they definitely need a shot to the arm before they go to Microsoft, so that Microsoft can make some incredible IPs and have this big community come back into it. So it's really exciting to see. I'm hoping it draws in everybody. I'm hoping I see some huge lobbies. It's going to be fun. Maybe some big team battle stuff. More players instead of just 12, or was
Mhm.
it 12 back in the day, 6v6 or something like that.
I thought it was 8v8 back in the day, but
8v8,
maybe.
something like that. We could do so much with this. It's exciting.
And I think the player base, even people that aren't playing Call of Duty right now, this game's eventually going to be on Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's maybe a few months after launch, but it's going to be on Game Pass. And that's going to give it like the fact that I won't have to pay $70 for it makes it way more attractive to
Yeah.
me.
And when it goes on Game Pass, it'll still be the newest Call of Duty out. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's the newest Call of Duty that just came out," even
Yep.
though it was a while ago. But like you said, they're not releasing one for another year,
Hmm.
so we're gonna have Modern Warfare 2 in our pockets for a while.
Absolutely, exciting times. I
Oh
think
yeah,
this is the best looking Call of Duty could be like for the future.
yeah,
We haven't seen the gameplay yet. The gameplay could come out and it could be bad, but I
yeah,
think in terms of promise,
yep,
this is something that people can keep their eye on
yep.
and have some hope
Everything
in.
that's old becomes new again one day, and I'm here
It's
for it.
true. I was just talking about that. Everything's cyclical.
Yep.
Fashion, music, it all
Video
comes back
games.
around.
Here we go.
Video games, apparently. I can't wait to go back to 8-bit video games.
No, right. We had that back in the early 2010s. We were making every video game an
I
8-bit
hate
game.
it.
You,
I
you
hate it.
had your time.
I hate it. Hate it. Indie devs. I know money's tight. You don't need to make your games look like that though. Like all right. Most of them,
Hey,
you
Turnip Boy was fun.
Turtle
I know
Boy.
you.
We're gonna talk
Turtle
about
Boy
that.
was
We're gonna
fun
talk about that on the main
on the
podcast. So
podcast.
if
Yeah.
you want our thoughts about Turtle Boy, head on over and click that link. But Ethan, where can they find you?
They can find me at White Cedar One on Twitter, aka Elon Musk's little personal place, and on Xbox at Gravy3448.
And you can find me at the Muffin Mon. It's a 107 Iron and Own 7A. Follow us at Project X Talk to stay up to date with all the latest. Until next week, we'll see you. Goodbye.
Peace.